Good morning, guys. So I am so happy today because we are going to drive the new Ford Aspire. Well, coming to the front of the grill, this grill look pretty much clean and nice. You get a bold stance over here, a small Ford logo over there. Well, that's a towing hook of the vehicle right there. Those are the fog lamps which are pretty much halogen. So this is the headlight of the vehicle. These are the turn indicators. Well, coming to the other side too, that's the same. Now, coming to the side of the vehicle, so it's saying new Ford Aspire test drive today right over there. Well, Alnak tires have been given from Apollo. So, well, the tires happens to be 195/55 R15 wheels. The profile looks pretty much nice. Now, coming to the side, this pretty much looks nice. It's a decent, it's a compact sedan, I can probably tell, because it's not a full size, a full size sedan. Now, that's the antenna right over there. These VRVMs are kind of small when compared to the other, other cars of this segment. You don't get passive entry though. Now, for the front, you get a disc brake. For the rear, you get only a drum brake. Okay, well, that's kind of nice. Now, coming to the rear, that's the Ford badging right over there. That's the Aspire logo over there. This is a titanium plus trim variant we are going to drive. TDC written right over there. You get 4 rear parking sensors, and that's the reverse parking camera. That looks pretty much nice. Well, this is the heads up lamp or something like that. Now, coming to the side, this is a diesel thing. So there are 2 types of engines available in all the 3 variants, like the Ford Aspire, the Ford Figo and the Freestyle. All these run on the same engine, but the only thing is that the platform changes. Now, the door opens pretty much large and wide. You get a gloss black finish for for the doors to open up. Well, there is space to keep stuff here. This is a power window control, but you don't get one touch up and down over here. No door pockets either. Now, let's get into the rear seats. Seats are so comfortable. It's so flaming hot today. Well, the kind of treatment given to the seats is pretty much nice and cool. Well, scooped out seat backs, you get a magazine holder. You don't get a rear AC vent, which is kind of disappointing. Now, you get 2 adjustable headrests too, well, which is kind of nice. You get 2 seat belts. To be precise, you get 3 seat belts, kind of. I hope so. Well, you get 6 airbags as standard in this variant. I mean the top titanium plus variant. I forgot to show you one thing. I'll quickly show you the boot of the vehicle. Well, to open up the boot, this is your key. You have to press it 2 times. See, there it goes. No effort in opening up that thing. Well, you get 3 seat belts. So that's a warning triangle. You get a first aid kit too. Well, you have separate shelves over here. Well, beneath is a space saver spare tire, which isn't an alloy, and the tire size happens to be 175/65 R14 wheels, which are of a smaller profile. The good thing about this is you don't need to keep any effort while opening up the boot. Press this key 2 times and the boot automatically opens. You don't get passive entry for this. Well, these are the power window controls. This is to lock and unlock the rear power window controls. This is to adjust the ORVMs. So there is space to keep stuff here. You get 3 segments over here to probably keep your stuff. Well, those are the pedals of the vehicle. So this is like the port wherein your car can connect and you can operate it from your mobile, lock and unlock it, set your temperature, only for the automatic variants. This is to open up the engine bay of the vehicle. Well, I'll quickly show you the engine bay. Well, that's the engine bay of the vehicle. It's a 1.5 liter diesel engine. Now, getting into the driver's side door. Well, your seat can be adjustable only manually. Obviously, you can't expect electrical adjustable seat at this price point. Well, these are the headlight controls. This is to adjust up this thing. This is to open up the boot probably. This is kind of a weird way to keep up the boot opening switch. Let's get into the driver's seat. Well, the cabin is kind of feeling nice with the dual tone color to the beige and the black. It looks so good. Well, your handle, I mean the steering wheel can be adjusted only for the tilt angle. You don't get telescopic adjustment for that. Now, well, yes, that's the engine start stop system. This is a cluster of the vehicle. You get a RPM meter on the left. This is the speedometer. That's the fuel indicator. You get a small MID unit which is showing you the range and the engine temperature and outside temperature. Well, that's the infotainment system, which is kind of small. I guess it's probably a 7-inch system or something like that. But it gets all the sources, you know. It gets a USB. You can browse through radio. It also has a built-in map as well. Well, these are the controls for the multimedia functions. This is the hazard light switch. You get a automatic climate control system. There is space to keep stuff. You can probably keep your key there. Well, this has rubber treatment, which means things doesn't go off. Well, there is a USB socket, the aux, and this is a 12-volt charging socket. This is a 5-speed manual we are driving. Well, this is the handbrake of the vehicle. There is space to keep stuff over here too. Well, the glove box is pretty much decent enough, not the big though. Well, now for the blinds, you get a receipt holder but no mirror as well. But over here, you get a mirror but no lights, which is surprising. Airbag warning right over there. This could be probably the microphone control, maybe. These are the light switches. You get a IRVM over there. Now the steering feels kind of nice. Horn is pretty much decent. Airbag written right over there. I already told you that this car gets 6 airbags on the top trim level. Well, this is to, you know, browse through that infotainment system, to change tracks and stuff like that. Let's play an audio right away. Sound is nice. Horn feels decent. So those are the wiper controls, and this is for the, you know, to browse through that MID unit, and these are the indicator controls. How is it to driving? Let's check it out. Before driving, urge everyone to fasten your seat belts, check for all the doors to be locked. Safety is a must, please don't try to imitate. Now I forgot to show you one cool feature in this vehicle, which is that this infotainment system over there shows you exactly which door has been opened, and which is a cool feature. And this car has also got a reverse parking camera. Wait, yes, which gets guidelines, but the guidelines aren't adaptive, which is kind of surprising. Let's get driving. So for that, so I have already told you that it's a diesel engine which we are driving today. Well, revving the motor, revs till 5000 RPM, which is kind of a long torque band for this vehicle. Let's launch the vehicle. Let's get going. We'll be going in a smoother way just to, you know, get habituated to the vehicle a bit, and we'll be explaining about the top speed and as well as the, you know, the 0 to 100 span, and basically also the rev range of this, like how much speed can you specifically go in each particular gear. Well, let me do something. Let's do our favorite wheel spin. Well, getting into the first gear, revving the motor, revs till 5000 RPM. Lot of wheel spin on offer, which is kind of nice. And this vehicle feels so rigid, so tough, and during the drive you can feel so comfortable during this car. Like, the drive is so comfortable, and the steering feels nice to hold and gives great amount of feedback from the vehicle, which is kind of nice. And the horn is decent, so that you don't have a problem in a traffic whenever you're driving and someone comes onto you and you just bang, and that's how it goes. Well, we'll be doing a 0 to 100 kilometers and a top speed too. So for that we need to just make a quick U-turn and then return to our store, authorized store, you know, we'll be doing more vehicles today. Well, we'll be doing a short rev range this thing too. That means I'll just show you once again. So what particular speed the vehicle goes at, what particular, you know, speed is that maintaining at which particular gear. So for that, now we are in the 4th gear, and in the fourth gear the motor revs, and it has already crossed 80 kilometers per hour. Now we are already into 100, and there is no hesitation for the motor to pull here, which is kind of nice for Ford, because Fords are basically very good for their maintaining and the vehicle rigidity, basically, because the Endeavour has been a great car in the Ford segment, and Ford has been doing a great job in the US, because it's a place where Ford has actually launched its vehicles, and India is expected to get the Ford Raptor 152, which is kind of a hyper truck, we can say that. Well, this vehicle also gets speed warnings, which is kind of nice. For every 80 kilometers you get a speed warning, and once you reach 120 kilometers per hour you get a warning. Unless and until you slow down the vehicle, the sound doesn't stop. So well, we'll be doing a quick top speed now. For now though, the vehicle feels nice to drive. Well, I'll be showing the rev range of each gearbox too. For that we need to give a halt. Well, revving the motor, revs till 5000 rpm. Lot of wheel spin. In the first gear, revs till 5000 rpm to 50 kilometers, and then into the second gear. Second gear pulls all the way to 4000 rpm. Into the third gear, now it's sticking around 3000 rpm, which is kind of nice, and the torque band is pretty much small, which means that the vehicle doesn't take up much load as in the other segments of this car. Well, we are already into 100, and tackling with the steering and maneuvering the vehicle is pretty much nice. Well, it's so much fun to drive, it's so good to drive, and with the safety features like the ABS and the EBD and the inbuilt demobilizer, what means that if your vehicle gets into a crash, the vehicle itself shuts down. So basically the fuel pump shuts down, which makes the vehicle to avoid catching any fire during such incidents. So well, but the quality from this engine is pretty much great. The car feels nice to drive, very fun, very aggressive, and the diesel engine has a lot of charm to it. Well, that's it for today guys. We'll be back with another vlog. Take care, see you soon, bye.